Welcome back to the AB Scale Project. I'm Krager, and this is Alpha Bravo. For this episode, we're starting off with the Autobots that scared Rodimus Prime, the Monsterbots. These bots first came out in the 1987 toy line. They were featured in the Headmasters cartoon and had a few bit parts before being bit characters in the IDW comics. They wound up as members of the Lost Light crew in the More Than Meets the Eye comics. For our height stand-ins, we have MP Ironhide, for the fans' hobbies Fei Long, Fly Pro, and Megatooth, and Beast Wars Quick Strike for your Universe Repugnus. The recolor stand-in is Cybertron Undermine for Cybertron Repugnus. First, we're going to remove the Universe and Cybertron Repugni and the RID 2015 double crosses for G1 IDW appearance. Next, we'll remove G1 for all, the Cyberverse Repugni, and the Titan Master Repugnus for playability. So we're left with the fans' hobbies and the Titans Return. By the scale chart, they should be Voyagers. That doesn't help us much since we're dancing to either side of the line here. From the best frame of one of them I could find in the Matumti comics, it looks like they should be between Deluxe and Voyager. So I'm going to call the Titans Return Monsterbots the winners. So the winners are the Titans Return. You can also get these molds in Takara Legends as well. These are fun toys and are great upgrades from G1. Finally for today, we're looking at the Smooth Player Jazz. He was Optimus Prime's original right-hand man from the first episode of the original series, most famously voiced by Scatman Crothers. To me, he was most famous in the series for being one of the 3 ARC crew members that survived the '86 movie. He went on to be featured in several forms of media, including being one of the pivotal characters in the IDW comics. Since we're looking at Jazz molds, we're also going to look at Ricochet and Jackpot. Ricochet, or Stepper, was a target master featured in Japanese manga and a few other cameos in comics. Jackpot was an action master who was featured in the Fun Pub Transformers Club comics and went on to be a member of the Lost Light crew in the IDW Matumti comics. Since Ricochet was always a redeco of Jazz and Jackpot became a redeco of Jazz, we're using their molds interchangeably. For once, Alternator's Ricochet gets to be himself. But we do have MP Prowl standing in for the third-party molds for Jazz. Generation Toy Jazz, spelt in leak speak, Make Toys Downbeat, Toy World Coolsville, and TNR Agent Meister. Our other height stand-in is Movie Grindcore for the BotCon Shattered Glass Jazz and Ricochet, and Cyberjet Strafe for another BotCon Ricochet. Doing double duty is the Classics Jazz for itself and the animated mold. First we'll remove G1, the Pretender, the Spy Changer, and what I have left of the Action Master for playability. Next we're going to remove the animated, the movies, the Jet BotCon, the Generations Fall of Cybertron, the Shattered Glass BotCons, and the RID 2015 for IDW G1 appearance. By the scale chart, Jazz should be a short deluxe, so we'll remove the alternators and the third parties. So we're down to the Classics, the Studio Series 86, and the Power of the Primes. All of these are good molds in their own way, but we need to get into the weeds for further elimination. First, I'm going to remove the Classics for one glaring G1 inconsistency. He has door wings, so he's out. Between the Power of the Primes and the SS-86, the SS-86 wins for Jazz. For Ricochet, the last one we had without a custom is the Generation Selects based on the Power of the Primes mold. For Jackpot, the last mold that we had was the animated BotCon exclusive repaint, so a custom is the best route. I used the Power of the Primes mold since it was cheap and the SS-86 wasn't even a rumor at the time. Even though we have a superior mold in SS-86, I'm still sticking with my custom since Jackpot is shown in the comics with wheels on his shoulders, and I like how the head sculpt is slightly different so you can differentiate the character from Jazz. So the winners are SS-86 for Jazz, Generation Selects for Ricochet Stepper, and a custom for Jackpot. The SS-86 is an awesome mold. Everything packs away really well, he's super articulated, and he looks like he jumped right off the screen. Thanks for joining us today on the AB Scale Project. If there's a character you'd like to see, put your request in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.